Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some basic ammo storage tips. These are some of the things that I do. They may not be perfectly ideal for everyone, but we'll cover some of the most important stuff that you need to know about storing your ammo. And this is a good thing to do. I mean, I got everything strode out in the living room. Your wife will appreciate this, I'm sure, but it's a good way to get all your ammunition out so you can understand how much you have, do a caliber count on each caliber, and get it properly organized and get it properly stored. And while you're doing this, you might as well just watch a good series on Netflix. What better to watch than The Walking Dead? Organizing ammo, watching Walking Dead. So stay tuned. Hey, once again, thanks for joining. So basic ammo storage. First thing is you want to keep it in a cool, dry place, okay? So that's very important. Typically, a climate-controlled environment such as your home is a good place to start with that, but a good, cool, dry place. You do not want to store ammo in your car. One, it's not very secure, but also two, there's a lot of temperature swings in your car. Your car is either sitting out in the garage, out in the driveway, out at parking lot at work, wherever. Do not put it in your car. A garage is probably not ideal for most people because most garages are not climate controlled, heated and cooled. So I would probably not store the ammo in the garage. The garage is going to have some huge temperature swings, between summer and winter for most people. A basement is a good place if you got an area where you can have a dehumidifier hooked up and your basement is not prone to either mold or wetness, has an odor to it. An odor or a wetness or mold is going to give you an indication that you probably got a lot of moisture in your basement. A basement will work, but you're going to have a dehumidifier to get that moisture out of the air. One good way to store ammo is to keep it in its original you can keep it in its original box that it comes in. A lot of guys, when they receive their ammo, they may not even open it unless they're headed to the range. But if they're buying ammo for reserves or for long-term storage, they may not even open it up and just take that box and store it away, or pull the manufacturer's carton box out of the shipping box and store it. This is a good way you can at least keep up with knowing what brands you have, if you got different grains, things like that. Another way is putting it in an ammo box. A lot of people like an ammo box. An ammo box is a great way to do it. You could either leave it in its original boxes when you put it in an ammo box. It takes up a little bit more room in the ammo box, but typically what I do is I take the ammo and I just pour it loosely into the ammo box, and I just leave it loose rounds in there. Typically I'm not mixing those ammunitions, whether it's different grains, different casings. I try to keep all the brass together of the same caliber, the same grain. If I have aluminum or steel casing ammo, I'll take that ammo and I'll leave it in its like original manufacturer's box, and I'll put it in that ammo can with the other ammo, but I'll leave this in its box just to keep the two from dissimilar metals talking to each other. I don't know if it'd be an issue in a good controlled climate controlled environment, but I'm not going to take any chances. Also, what I like to do is I actually haven't done it yet, but I got them in my Amazon cart, is you can get some of these little dehumidifier, like little gel packs. You've seen them. They come in dry food containers. They come in, you may buy some kind of shoes or some kind of clothing or other types of materials or items, and you get those little felt looking pouches in there. Those are dehumidifier gel packs. You can get them on Amazon. I'll drop a link below. But each of my ammo cans, I'm just going to throw a couple of those in each ammo can just as a precaution. But I put my ammo in the ammo boxes. You can see I don't like handling these that much, but these are just loose 9mm in this ammo can. And ideally what I like to do is I like to have all my ammo cans, all my ammo stored, sorted, and accurately count it. I count the ammo rounds that I'm putting them in, and on the ammo box I'll either take a Sharpie and I'll write the caliber and how many rounds is in that ammo can, so I can keep track of it. But let's take a little closer look at the calipers that I like to keep. I have 4 primary calibers that I like to keep. I have 2 other calibers of firearms that are not my primary, but I do have 2 other calibers for a total of 6. So let's take a look at those calibers and kind of talk about why I keep those, and some just my personal preference. And I'd love to hear what your personal preferences are for either home defense type calibers, and what is your everyday carry, and what do you feel that you need for X amount of ammo surplus or reserve. And I'd love to hear that, so drop a comment below. But let's take a look at the calibers that I like, and what I like to keep and what I like to shoot. So let's dive into that. So one of my 4 primary calibers is 5.56, and obviously I can shoot .223 through that rifle, but 5.56, I love this design. It's super lightweight ammo, high velocity, and everybody loves an AR style sport rifle. So fun to shoot, just so many accessories and everything. So 5.56, I don't buy .223 ammo at the moment. I've just been concentrating on 5.56, but I'll probably start looking at .223 just as things available. So that's .223. I'm a big fan of shotguns. I love 12 gauge shotguns. So we like to keep a couple of tactical shotguns available, and I do have some target loads, but everything else is either slug or double aught buck. And the double aught buck is usually 9 pellet or 12 pellet, but you can't beat a good old 12 gauge shotgun. For my pistols, I'm a 45 caliber guy and a 9mm guy. As you can see here, I got loose brass 9mm, but I have some Russian stuff here that is steel casing, and then I got 2 boxes of aluminum. So I'm just going to leave those in this, and that way they're not necessarily mixing. And you can see on top of this ammo can I've already added, so I just keep a count of what's in the containers. And my miscellaneous calibers, I got 22. I probably need to stockpile some more 22, and then bless it. This is all I got for my little 380. I bought a 380 several years ago as like a carry pistol, so I got 2 boxes of hollow points for it. I probably need to stock up on more of 380 and get my 22 ammo. We don't do a lot of 22 shooting, but everybody needs a 22 rifle or a 22 pistol, and that's what that's for. Okay, so that's a look at just some calibers that I keep. And the reason I keep those is, okay, a couple things here on the East Coast. I believe these 4 calibers, my 4 primary calibers, there's nothing I can't get done with this setup. I mean, a 5.56, obviously we know how popular that is as a defense weapon, but also you could hunt with this rifle. So if you needed to hunt, put food on the table, survival, you could do that. Also, nothing I can't get done with a 12 gauge shotgun running slugs or double aught buck. Now, I could possibly do some hunting with this, but I need to probably add a little bit longer barreled shotgun. Most of ours are either 18.5 inch to 20 inch barrel shotguns. Not meaning that you couldn't do a little bit of hunting with those for big game, but I'd like to have a little bit longer barrel just to keep the grouping a little bit better if I was going to hunt with it. Also, for self-defense pistols, 9mm and 45. I mean, that's just 9mm is such a popular round. Basically, most of all the pistols have high capacity magazines, and I like 45s just because they're fat, slow, and just nasty. And I love the 1911 platforms. So that's my primary reason for my 4 calibers, is just there's nothing I can't get done with these that we need to get done if we were in a situation where diplomacy has failed or any other type of situation. I feel that these 4 calibers will do the job that would be at hand that needed to get done. I'm going to work on upgrading my 22 ammo as far as the quantity there. We got a couple of 22 rifles and pistols, so a 22 caliber, that is a good small game hunting caliber as well, especially out of a rifle. So that's an effective caliber. I mean, it works. And the 380, that's kind of like my little throw around pistol, but I'll upgrade some ammo to it and get some more. But ultimately what I like to do is I try to keep, for my 4 primary calibers, I like to keep as a reserve 1,000 rounds. And that 1,000 rounds I don't touch. That 1,000 rounds is stored and put away, and we don't shoot that. We buy additional ammo to shoot. So anything that I have over 1,000 rounds per caliber is available for us to go to the range and shoot and so forth. That 1,000 rounds is just for reserves. That is put away just in case of a state of emergency. That's when that ammo would be utilized. And I may slowly bring that 1,000 rounds up. I know 1,000 rounds for 12 gauge is probably extreme, but definitely my defense pistols, those 2 calibers are 1,000 rounds each. 5.56, I'm probably going to up that to probably a minimum of 2,000 round reserve. But that's the calibers that I like to shoot. That's the calibers that I like to purchase ammo for and buy firearms for. So I'd love to hear some of your thoughts down below on how you store your ammo. Just make sure it's in a cool, dry place, somewhere where you don't have huge temperature swings. In an attic or a garage, those are not good places for most people. The temperature swings are going to be too great. Find you a cool, dry place. Avoid moisture, huge temperature swings, and like I said, you could either keep it in its original manufacturer carton to help protect it, and help keep it. The cardboard itself can act as a little bit of a barrier against the elements. But I'd love to hear what you're doing. Put that down below, and I'd love to hear what you use for defense pistols or home defense type weapons. And drop a comment below, and hey, share the video with your friends. I'd love to hear from you if I've missed something. Obviously, I'm no expert in this category. I just know some basic things, and I'm trying to give you some basic things on how to properly store your ammo, and so you can get the most use out of it and the most life. So thanks for watching.